Your friend refers you to a friend or a colleague at the office and saying, you know what, I have a photographer friend that can help you do what you want to do. And now told you about it and you're excited. Yo, I'm going to have a new client. I'm going to have more money coming to the business. And then the person that they referred you to now called you on the phone or sent you a DM and I asked you how much do you charge. You tell them your price. And then they say, I only have 50,000 there. And you'll be like, did my friend tell this person what I do? If that's you, this is the video for you because in the last couple of weeks, I saw on Twitter where photographers were complaining that the friends referred them to people. And when those people came, those people actually now asked for something that they could not give to the people. Like the pricing that they brought, the budget that they said they had for a wedding or for a portrait session was out of the place where these photographers normally charge for what they do. So here's what I want to tell you. Your friend is not the problem. In fact, the client is not the problem. The problem here is communication. And in this video, I'm going to help you communicate well what you do to your friends. I'm going to help you teach your friends how they can properly recommend you for something. So your friend is thinking they are doing you a solid because that's what good friends do. When they see an opportunity, they refer their friends to that opportunity. But they are referring you to these people without any context, without any good information on how the best way to go about booking you. So instead of you being happy that you've been recommended or you've been referred to a gig, you are most likely to be upset and really disappointed at the end of that communication with the person that they referred you to. So sometimes your friend will be like, am I doing the wrong thing or am I doing the right thing? And you're like, why am my friend always referring me to people that cannot really hire me? So if that is you, you need to watch this video to the end because I want to tell you why that happened, what you're doing wrong right now, and what you should do going forward so that your friends would be armed with the proper information, with the proper context, and with the proper knowledge of how to recommend you to the right people when they are doing that. The thing is, a good referral is not, I know someone. I know this guy, I know a photographer, I know a filmmaker, I know someone that can do it. That is not a good referral. A good referral is, I know someone who specializes in doing this, and these are his kind of clients, and this is the range of what he charges for what he does, and this is how to go about looking for that person. That particular phrase, the way I put it, is how great referrals are being done. And if you do not do it in that order, it is more likely that your people would actually refer you the wrong way, refer you to the wrong client, refer you to the wrong job, and ultimately not getting you the job that you want. So you may ask, when can I do this? When can I even start teaching my people, my friends, my colleagues how to refer me to people? Immediately you think that your photography has moved from being a hobby to being a profession, something you earn from. You move from being an amateur to becoming a professional. Let me explain what a professional is. A professional is somebody that earns a living doing a particular thing. A hobbyist is somebody that just enjoys doing that thing. It doesn't mean the skill level is not good. It doesn't mean that the technical skill is not good. It just means that he or she is not earning money actively doing that thing. So that thing is a hobby. But once you move to this thing pays your bills, this thing is what would actually build your future. This thing is actually something that will give your family a good life, automatically makes you a professional. And the moment you switch from being that person that is doing, oh, I love photography, I have a camera, I can take pictures, to being someone that this is what will actually pay the bills, you become a professional. And once you become a professional, you need to, as a matter of fact, teach your people, your friends and your families how best to refer you. Because the point is, these people look at you, they've seen the work you put in, they've seen the money I won't say waste, I've seen the money you've invested in getting the right lenses, in getting the right camera, in getting the right lighting equipment. So they are looking for a way to also make sure that you have some of those money back. And most of the time, they are also proud of you. So they want to share with other people that, oh, I have someone that can do something that I'm proud of. I need you to see that thing. But the thing is, if you do not empower them, if you do not give them the right information, the right tools, the right way to say things, they will not do the help that they think that they want to offer to you by referring you to people. So, I have a framework. At Clarity HQ, we have a framework on how we make our clients educate and empower their friends, their colleagues in the referral system. Because at the end of the day, you need to understand that there are different ways to actually get clients. And one of those very sure ways of getting clients is your ability to nail referrals. So if that is a thing that brings or drives money in your business, if you do not do it the right way, you're not going to make money. It's just like if bulk of your money comes from you doing sponsored ad and you are not great at it, you will not make money no matter how much money you put into the sponsored ad. So no matter the number of people that are trying to refer you, the number of referrals that you've had, if you do not go through this framework and teach your people step by step in the sequence that I will name here, the problem is your friends and your colleagues will do all of this work of trying to recommend you to people that you will not end up at the end of the day turning those people into paying clients. This is the 4-step framework that we use at Clarity HQ. Point 1, tell them specifically what is it you do. You know, when people want to refer you, they always say, oh, do you know a photographer? Do you know someone that can take pictures? You say, I know a photographer. That is not how you want your friends and your family members to refer you. You want to be specific. I am a photographer, would not cut it. I am a filmmaker, would not do the work. You need to be very specific on what you do. What is it you do? I am a corporate photographer. I do corporate events and headshots for financial institutions. That is exactly what you do. I am a portrait photographer that does family and newborn photography. That is exactly what you do. I am a wedding photographer that photographs intimate weddings. That is what you do. I am a photographer that does product and food photography for restaurants. That is what you do. You need to be specific. The more specific you are in describing what you do to your friends and your colleagues, the more clarity they get when they are trying to refer you and tell other people exactly what you do. The more specific you are, the easier it is for your friends to repeat it word for word, because vague description leads to vague referrals. The point is, if you're specific enough, your friends, your colleagues will be specific enough in saying those things to this person they are referring you to. Point number 2 on the framework. Tell them who your ideal clients are. You know, as photographers, most of us don't even know who our ideal clients are. I understand that it's one of the most difficult things you do. So there's this idea that I'm a photographer, anybody that comes is my client. That's far from what the professionals do. That's far from people that want to make money. You need to understand that when you're trying to describe who your real client is, the first thing you need to think about is, this business that I'm doing, am I saving another business? That is the B2B model. I have a business and I'm saving other business people. For example, if you are a photographer and you photograph for tech companies, that means you're saving another business. If you're photographing for restaurants, that means you're saving another business. If you're photographing for corporate organizations, banks, insurance companies, and all of those kind of people, that means you are servicing a business. That's B2B. The other one is B2C. You're photographing directly to the consumers. If you're a portrait photographer, when somebody comes for their birthday shoot, you are directly looking and working with someone in that space, a consumer. So your photography is directly to consumers. If someone wants a birthday shoot for their child, directly to consumers. If somebody wants graduation photograph, directly to consumers. And there's another one, B to G, that's business to government. So if you're running government contracts, you're running for agencies like the NAFDAC, like EFCC, like the NDDC, all of those government parastatals, they want people in the creative space that can do work for them. So if you go bid a contract and do work for them, it means that you are doing business to government, B to G, right? So once you figure out, is my business in the B to G axis, or is my business to the B to B axis, or my business is in the B to C, you can now zone in and now say, okay, this is exactly who I serve. Another point of when you want to look at how do I know my clients is, what do you do? Who does this thing fit in? Who does this thing serve, right? So once you know who the person you're trying to do, what is serve, you can now use that to help your friends refer you well. So if your ideal clients are top executive in marketing, so you can say to your friends, I am a corporate photographer that do portraiture or I do headshots for organizations. And my ideal clients are the marketing people in those organizations, or my ideal clients are communication people in organization. My ideal clients are HR people in organization. My ideal clients are brides and groom who are looking to do intimate weddings. My ideal clients are people who love telling stories at their weddings. My ideal clients are people who are trying to do social good with their NGO work. You need to be as specific as that. When I used to be a documentary photographer, I used to say, I'm a documentary photographer that work with non-profits. I'm specific about the non-profits that I work, those ones that want to use their work to change the world, make impact in the local communities that they are playing in. With that, they can really change the world. Those are my ideal clients. Do I want to photograph for National Geographic? No. Do I want to photograph for New York Times? No. They are not my ideal clients. So if you go and recommend me to those people at the time, those people were not my clients. So I needed to know who my ideal clients are, so that when I'm telling my friends what I do, who my ideal clients are, they will not go out and refer me to people who are not my ideal clients. Remember, the first step is be specific what you do. The second step is be very specific who you do it for. Who are your specific clients? With those two information now, you can see that your friends and your family, they know what you do. They know who needs that thing, who your ideal client really is. So if someone at their office, if someone at the organization, or a friend of theirs, as the case may be, say, I'm looking for a photographer, they can ask, what kind of photographer are you looking for? They know whether that person is their ideal client. That's step 2. Now we go to step 3. Step 3 on that framework is give your friends a range of your pricing. I'm not saying share your package, your price list with your friends. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is that give them a range, because at the end of the day, people will only be able to refer you when they know, okay, you go from a certain amount of money to a certain amount of money. Because the people that they are referring you to, they know those people. They know how deep their pockets are. They will not go and refer you, for example, if your price list starts from, let's say, 1 million naira to like 10 million naira. They know the person cannot afford 1 million naira. So that alone helped them not even refer you in the first place, so that by the time the person comes, you will not be disappointed that the person is now asking for 50,000 naira. Do you get it? So tell your friends, my price list starts from so amount and goes up to this amount. Might not be specific packages, might not be the specific fee, but just let them know the range, so that when they are trying to refer you, they would know. That actually helps them sieve out the people that they are trying to refer to you in the first place. Because if they are just referring everybody, the hard work will now be on you to sift the people that don't have the money to pay for what you offer. So it is very important that you give them a price range. From here to here is what I charge. So when you're trying to refer somebody to me, make sure that the person falls into that bracket, so that we will not have a waste of time. You see, that's how you do it. Number 4, tell your friends how they can send someone to you. This actually sounds like it's simple. It sounds like it doesn't matter, but it really does matter, because how people come to you will be how they see you. If they just come anyhow, it feels like you're not structured as a business person. Remember, you want to look professional even when somebody is being referred to you. So if booking you, your onboarding process starts with a DM on Instagram, tell your friends, when you're trying to refer me, make sure that you tell the people that you're referring me to send their DM via Instagram. If your onboarding process starts with sending an email, tell your friends, this is my email address. Anytime you're trying to refer me, make sure that the person sends an email to this email address. If your onboarding process is a phone call, make sure you share the phone number with your friends and tell them, anytime you have someone you want to refer me to, please help them use this number to call. Because immediately you do that, it gives structure to your business, and it doesn't also come and interrupt the flow of how your onboarding process works. Imagine that you don't take onboarding calls or onboarding messages from your Instagram page, and then someone sends you if someone they refer to you because they didn't tell them where to come to you from. Now checks you out on Instagram and send you a DM. Imagine if all your bookings are from, let's say, the email. He or she doesn't have your email address. You don't go and check your DMs. So you keep them hanging, and they feel that you're not a professional by not responding to your messages. Whereas that's not how you onboard your clients. So make sure that you tell them, this is the avenue at which I onboard my clients, and make sure that they follow them. So don't say, oh, I'll give them my number. If you don't want people to call your number, don't allow them to send your number. For example, look at it this way. Your friend might have your personal number, but the personal number is not what you use for your business. So if you're using the business number and the person is not calling you with your phone, your regular phone number, does that make sense? So if you're using a phone number, have your friend have that phone number for the business and tell them, anytime you want to refer me, don't you give them my phone number. Please give them the business phone number. That's structured. That's you telling people you know what you do. That's you telling people that you recognize the things that you do and you're ready to do it the right way. So those are the 4 frameworks. The first one, tell your friends what you do. The second one, tell them who your ideal clients are. The third one, tell them your price range. The fourth one, tell them how those people can contact you. Because remember, you're not just a photographer, you are a business. And a business person should be organized. A business person should be structured. And by doing this, you are helping those people that want to help you help you. So help your friends help you by setting up this framework in your business. Just like you have a framework for marketing, just as you have a framework for sales, just as you have a framework for advertising, just as you have a framework for onboarding new clients, you should have a framework for referrals too, because that is a huge part of business. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, how can you help me do this and every other thing in my business, setting structures, I'm using frameworks for it. All you just need to do is to click the link under this video and you book a session and we get it fixed for you. Not just the framework for referrals, we have frameworks for getting new clients, we have frameworks for marketing, we have frameworks for content, we have frameworks for all of the things that will help you build a profitable business. So before I go, I need to say this one. Shout out to all the friends that referred us to great clients. Shout out to all the friends that mention our names in rooms we're not in. Shout out to friends that made sure that people paid us what we are worth. Shout out to the friends that made sure that they took our matter, our market on their head as if it were theirs. Shout out to those friends that always reminded us that friendship is about helping your friend get to the next level. Shout out to those friends. You guys know yourself, the ones that refer me. Shout outs to you. God bless you. So for all your friends that are also trying to refer you, use this video and create the tools and equip them, educate them on the best way to refer you for a job. I hope this helps you. See you in the next video.